Well, we have been patiently waiting for the final parts for the the heck is this thing called anyway? Saturn Sky. And it's all bolted back together, but we've never heard it run, so we don't know if there's a rat in there, or we don't know. We've never heard it run, so we don't know what the motor's going to sound like. But we know what we did is right. So we're fixing to fire it up for the first time we've ever heard it run. This is always really nervous. We got like $600 worth of parts in this motor, and that could be all out the window. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, man, come on. Oh, easy, baby, easy. It's running. Uh-oh.
I cut it off.
Oh, did you turn it off?
Yeah, I want that oil filter because the oil filter is dry.
Not.
But it run for a second to fill it.
What about the oil pressure? Wipers are on. It's running. Well, it's running. It's running. It's getting better and better. What? Will it take any gas? Oh, yeah. Listen to that. That's what I call success. Success, yahoo!
Been a, I suppose, productive 24 hours. Yesterday, about this time, I was spraying the roll pan for the back of the truck and just finished installing it. Black, just hard to look at in a video. There's just not much to see. But it is a shiny roll pan. Cut off the tailpipes. They were too long now. Got them painted black. Third brake light, I just kind of painted it black, a thin coat. I think the light will shine through it. If it don't, oh well. And that may not sound like much, but you know, it filled up the day, and it's late enough. I'm gonna head out and see if I can find some supper. It's Thursday. Yes, Thursday. Seems like I haven't been here much, but we're running out of stuff to do to the truck. But we're really running out of stuff to do now. I need to wash it, but we have water issues here, so we'll wash it another day. That may be about it. We still haven't had the suspension lowered, but I think another shop's going to do that. What else could there be? Oh yeah, we want to tint the windows. So anyway, peck, we'll get it done. There's my roll pan we did the other day. Got the tailpipes cut off a little bit shorter, painted black. Tailgates shiny. Got her Goodyear Eagles on, black wheels. We're black center caps and black lug nuts for now. Then what I worked on yesterday is an air dam. We got about 8 inches of clearance right now. If he drops it 2 inches, we'll be down to about 6 inches. My math is right. As you can see, it does need washing. We need an emblem to go right there. We're leaving off the original Dodge Ram 1500 that where'd he go? The original Ram 1500 that was right here. We're leaving that off, and the SLT or something that was right there. We're leaving that off. It just looks. I think it looks better. Just black. Yeah, black just says it all. These will look better when they're washed. And I just sprayed a real light coat of black on the third brake light and cargo light. I haven't looked at it to see how bright it is, but I think light will shine through it. We might even have to get some of that tint, that spray-on tint for the tail lights. Gotta have a little color on it. It may just get to being too black. Can you do that? Monday morning, and Stephen has brought me something else to work on. It is a Saturn, a Saturn Sky. Got started by taking some of the interior paneling off so I can get to the dents. Right here, there, it's just beat all the crap right here. However, right there's my access. No access. We'll work on that. The doors, you probably can't see it. You'd think black. It shows every little thing that it'd be easy to see them, but this door just beat all the crap too. This little, supposed to be a fender right here. Your little splash guard here kind of tells you what happened to it. The hood appears to be okay. I mean, paint's dead. Headlights need polishing. Front bumper seems okay. Door, it's not as bad as the other side, but it's got its issues. This quarter panel's got a huge, good size wallop right there. And you can't hardly see it. This is where that black really shows up everything. Right there, it kind of kinked it. I don't know how it did that. And not have a dent somewhere, other than that little bump down there, but I don't think that caused it. And this side of the deck lid is okay. Rear bumper, other than the mud, I guess will be okay. Well, let me show you these little quarter panels, quarter pieces of front fender. This is the one that got ripped off. And this little part right here, this is the brace that holds the fender in the door jamb. You can see the crack right along there. It's not a crack, it's broke plumb off. But I've got it cleaned up and fitted back together. I got it temporarily held with some crazy glue. I'll mix up some epoxy and fiberglass and put a Band-Aid over it. We'll see. But down here, there's something missing. So I get the bright idea. Well, I'll just take the fender off the other side, and I'll lay me some glass in there, and I'll get me a pattern that I can put back on this one, and then build it up from the outside. Wonderful idea. Get this one off. And it's broke all the crap down here on the bottom. It's fixable, so I got to fix this one so I can fix the other one. I mean, it's got to be done anyway, but it's just, you know, things you run into trying to repair what you have instead of throwing money at it. I don't know what these little cars are worth, but we'll find out, I guess, here after a while. For Monday, I suppose, not a bad day. See if I can get over here to the paint booth, show you the sky. Here's the sky. And I got the, let's see, back up a little here. That is the trunk lid. It opens backwards. Same thing as the hood, it opens backwards too. But anyway, that right there was, it's better. There's no way to get to it. There's no holes there. I had to drill a couple of holes just to get to it. All right, I hadn't got to this door yet. There we go. I did get to that dent. It had reasonable access to it. And this door, it had, I don't know if I can count them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 dents. And I've managed to get into this, in the door, got the door panel off finally as a chore. And luckily the reinforcing bars weren't terribly in the way, and there were holes in the door so I could get access to the door, and got most of them pushed out pretty good. I'll still have to wipe the whole door with skin coat of Bondo to make sure it gets straight. And I'll show you what I did on the little panels for the front fenders. This is the outside of the left. Is that correct? Yeah, the right fender was missing part of it. This is the left side. And I've got, see all those cracks? If you don't grind them all the way nearly through, you know, patch one side and then turn it over and grind the other side all the way down to the what you just put on. There's what the back side looks like. And when I get this one smoothed out enough, I'm going to coat this with some, they call it PVA, polyvinyl chloride. It's a release agent. You coat this with the release agent, and then I can coat it with the 3 or 4 layers of fiberglass mat and cloth and get me a shape. That's all I want, is this shape right here. Then I'll trim out what I need. And I'll fill in this hole right here. You know, I'll clamp it and screw it and pop rivet it or whatever I have to do to hold it in place. And then I'll fill in from the back side. Well, actually, I guess it'd be the front side. And kind of sandwich that piece in there. Kind of like I did with the running boards. All right, it is Tuesday morning. Well, around noon. Got a late start. Anyway, been working on the back side of the little fiberglass piece that goes right there. The one that was all busted up on the bottom. Apparently somebody didn't know that was a fiberglass piece there and was trying to use it as a jacking point. Or they ran over a curb or something along that nature. So I've got the structural part done. I did like this right here on the inside and the outside. Ground the cracks all the way, almost through both sides, laid up cloth, resin, both sides. Now smoothed out the back side. Why am I smoothing out the back side? So I can lay a piece of, let's see, I will put some orange, what do they call it? Tooling gel coat. Coat this with the orange tooling gel coat. It's a harder version of fiberglass resin. It sets up very hard, and I can coat that with my release agent. I use wax and then polyvinyl chloride or something like that. PVA, I think is what it, wrong letters, but anyway, release agent. Then I can lay up my fiberglass patch panel on the back side of this panel, and then I will have a piece that I can peel off of this, trim to fit the other one. We'll see if it works. This is, I'll let you know when I get my orange gel coat on it, so we'll see what it looks like. Let's see. Yep, I'm tired. 5 o'clock, but I'm tired. But I'll show you what I did. Got the inner fender off, cause it just busted all to pieces. I mean, I don't know why, but it is busted all to pieces. Remove the grill so we can, you know, it'll be out of the way. I won't have to mask it off. It was easy to get off. That one still has a hole in it. But I did get the green, or no, that's orange. Orange tooling gel coat. It's on there, but it's kind of cool today, so it's setting up slow. In the morning, we'll see what we can do about making a patch panel for that one. I hope I didn't put too little hardener in it and it's just not going to set, but we'll find out in the morning. And run the sander over the doors to kind of show me where all the waves are. You'd think black you could see them, but you can't. Especially when it's a dirty car. But I've got those highlighted, and I'm going to go buy me a what's it called? A backing plate for my sandpaper, so I can get all that paint stripped off. Now over here, I'm going to say whatever did the damage to the quarter panel there started way up here on the door, because you can see exactly where the impact bars are on the inside of the door. It's like a brush or a bush maybe a bear or a deer, just sort of slid down the door, and the quarter panel, it had to give up. It couldn't hold up against it. But it's, it's got dings all up to the top, and even right there under the door, that spot there, it's a little bit darker. That's a little bit of a low spot. All the way to the bottom. And long, streaky places. I've got the door panels off so I can get inside and kind of pry and nudge, and that's what all these dots are. That's where I've been inside the door, prying and pushing and trying to get it somewhat in shape. But that's what I'm talking about, my sandpaper. I got to go get me some sandpaper that'll strip all that paint off the door. I think I'm going to strip the whole door and start from scratch. The rest of the car is not terrible. It looked terrible. I have this spot on the trunk lid pretty well shaped up, and that spot on the quarter panel shaped up. And the broke piece on the panel that's waiting on the patch panel, that one's all put back on. That was broken completely off. Fortunately, it was a clean break, so I just glued it back on. It'll be all right. It seems to be pretty sturdy. There's not much pressure on it. And I just, keep pecking away at it. But it's supper time, so I'll run find it. Good morning. It's Thursday. I didn't get as much done as I intended to yesterday. I was hoping to have my patch panel laid up on the fender. I'll show it to you. I came in this morning and got started on that. I believe that's going to be thick enough to be rigid enough that I can build off of that after I glue it to, trim it and glue it to the other panel. I mean, it's just a simple curve, but we'll find out. This afternoon, maybe it'll set up. It's kind of cool in the shop, and rainy and whatnot, but maybe it'll set up today and I can get it off, trim it, and see if it'll fit up with the other one. Oh, show you what I did do yesterday though. Got a little filler on the doors. It's not as bad as it looks. It's just, that's about the only way to take out all them little waves that are on the door. You just have to wipe the whole thing and hope that you're not creating more waves as you go. This side wasn't as bad, but still, you can see the little waves. The little dark areas there are high spots, and them highs and lows. That's all we do is chase the highs and lows. Oh, took our door handles off. They were broke. I had to Google how to take them off, and he says, might as well go ahead and buy some new ones because they're going to be broke. Seems like they all do. And let's see. That's about all I got done yesterday. Doesn't seem like much, but it takes a while to sand 2 doors. I just finished sanding on the door. This is my panel that I have laid up the glass on the inside. This is going to be my repair patch for the other one. But I can still work on this one while I'm waiting on that to set up. Now this is the fiberglass strands mixed up with some resin. It works really good for reinforcing fiberglass repairs. I usually use a dab of this with a dab of Bondo, and it makes it a little stronger and easier to sand. This one is just regular Bondo. I like to mix my Bondo. I put out a little puddle like that, then I just draw a line. Oh, halfway to 3/4 of the way across it. The way you mix it's kind of important too. You don't want to whip air bubbles into your filter. It'll just be something you've got to fix later. So turn it over, draw it out. Turn it over, draw it out. That's the best way to mix it. And you can watch as it mixes, you'll see your little air bubbles are getting to be fewer and fewer. And it's all the same color, and you don't see any more air bubbles popping. You're ready to start whacking. Today's a cool day, so I don't really have to rush. But on a hot day, you gotta move on ready to get this stuff on before it sets up. You all hear that raining outside? Boy, what wind blew last night. Next project, that's one of the inner fenders. I'll show you a close-up of it. There was a crack, all the way from here, all the way over here. That's not a crack, it's a seam. But all these little holes, most of them got tore out, like this one right here. It's just all tore up right there. Right down there is a crack I'm gonna have to fix. Yeah, that's a crack. That broke off. But yesterday I used my plastic welding gun. This is where you heat up these little pieces of wire and they just melt into the plastic. Then you come back with the smoothing iron, they call it. That little gizmo right there. And you heat it up and you just kind of melt the plastic together. And it makes a pretty strong joint. But you do need to come back and reinforce it with some filler and probably a piece of, maybe some glass, fiberglass or something. I may mix some of that fiberglass with it. Let's see what the other side looks like. I don't break it turning it over. Cool. This side looks better than the other side. Yeah, back to work. I'm gonna mix up some filler and fill in the top side. And pretty much the same procedure, except this is a different filler. It's a special filler for plastic. And there's that one out of the way. Oh, man. Not quite ready to sand, but I will knock the top off of it. That's what we say when we're just going to knock off the ridges. Yeah, it's not quite ready to sand, but I got that done. Kind of clogs up the paper. But that was about used up anyway. We'll give that a few minutes and then come back and try again. Picking up where we left off. Wish me luck. Try to get this thing off. Thank you for all your well wishes. This is the release agent, the PBA or PVC or whatever it is. It's water soluble, it'll wash right off. After I get that off, I'll have a perfectly clean panel. I'll scuff it up a little with some sandpaper. All right, here's my piece that I got out of the mold. It has some PVA still on it. I got to get that cleaned off before I try to glue it. And it is going to fit with a little trimming and shaping. It will fit about like that right there. And it fits right down to the nub. I mean, that's going to work. I'm going to clean it up a little. I'm going to trim off the edges, off these ragged edges, and clean up these corners. And it'll lay right in there. I'll bond it to it. Then I'll come back. I'll bond some more on the front. I'm saving that panel right there. Let's see. Still Thursday, isn't it? Been a busy day. But I got quite a bit done. Yeah, that's good. I'll show you some of it. This is the fender. Over there is the one that I got my patch panel from. And let's see if I can show the other side of this without tearing it up. And there is the patch panel installed on the back side. And that's the patch panel on the front side. I have to, of course, sand it off a little bit and make it pretty after this. But that'll hold it all together. Ran the DA over the car a little bit just to see what kind of shape the paint was in. Seemed like there's lots of little chips, tiny little things, like it was in that Mustang. Little stuff, tiny little stuff. Thought I might get some primer on it today, but no, don't believe we'll do that. Maybe tomorrow. So that's, yeah. I think I've got all the little spots fixed. Pretty close. And that one in the morning, I'll knock that one out and put a little filler on it, make it pretty. Yeah. What else is there going on here? I hope that's all. Yeah, looks like that's about it. Friday afternoon. You know what that means? We'd like to show our progress for the week. Here we go. Got her in primer. All the way around. Even. This is the one that had the big hole in the bottom of the fender. That's the bottom. And this is the one I made the copy from. So, let's see. And I went ahead and pulled the front bumper off. So the silly little old car is so low to the ground, and I wouldn't be able to work on getting the thing painted. So anyway, I thought this would be easier. Something to do Monday, right? Stephen told me to be a little more upbeat. Well, I'm trying. Been sanding on a car for a week. It's hard to be upbeat. I'm trying. So anyway, we hope to have this thing painted this week. No, wait, this is Friday. Be next week. Tune in next week for the follow-up video. The next video, we should be done. So, there, I'm happy now.